What's up guys, I'm Hendo, and today I'm making the Potion of Vitality based on the one from Dungeons & Dragons. This one should be crimson red with a dim, pulsing light. It cures your exhaustion, disease, and poison, and helps you heal more efficiently. I expect it to be regal and bold, and I'm of course gonna make it light up. And there's no time like the present, so let's get to it. I think that vitality potions in most games tend to be red and gold, so I'm gonna do the same. My bottle already has a really nice shape and design to it, I just want to help it pop. So I'm giving it a quick sanding, and then painting the edges gold. Sanding will just give the paint a little bit something extra to hold on to. And I'm just using a medium-sized flat brush to get the paint on there. I want to make this bottle a little bit more regal by giving it an ornate neck. I'm using painter's tape to make a quick and easy pattern for the base of the neck. Then transferring it to a scrap of Worbla. I'm going to use brown Worbla this time just in case you can see a little bit of it underneath the glass. You can also use foam, but don't forget that extra step of sealing. I am, as always, trying to get rid of my Worbla scraps. Now it's the same process for the actual neck. I'm not worried about the two sides blending right now. I'm going to take care of that with more decorations later. I'm also going to add some gems. I have a lot of extra red diamond gems from cosplaying Raven so much, so let's put those to use. First, I'm going to take some scraps of Worbla and roll them into long, thin rolls. Then I'm just gluing my gems onto the bottle, and I'll use these thin strips to set these gems in place. If you're using the foam method, you can probably just go ahead and cut out the shape of the gem instead of having to line them all with a piece of detail. Now I'm taking more of these thin rolls and covering the seams, as well as the edge of all these details. I'm also using an X-Acto knife to just press some extra details into there. I'm also going to make a little loop for a dangly accent to hang from. And you can't forget about that bottle cork. It's going to get that same Worbla treatment, and this will tie the two parts together. Next, I'm going to carefully paint all of this stuff gold. I'm not going to prime the Worbla this time around. I don't really mind the rough texture. I think it'll give it a regal but rustic touch. Plus, I'm just kind of lazy. But I'm just using my regular favorite brand of gold metallic paint, Golden. And I'm going to make that dangly accent. I'm sure it has a name, but I don't know what it's called. I have this leftover gold chain, some gold jump rings, and for some reason this red tassel, which is going to work perfectly. So I'm going to loop all of these things together and go ahead and attach that to the neck. Ooh, it's looking pretty good so far. Now it's time for the best part, adding the potion fluid. This bottle is already pretty ornate, so instead of using a bubbly, textured liquid, I'm going to go ahead and use something nice and smooth like shower gel. And I'm going to fill this one all the way up to the top. Easy does it. Oh, and it looks so pretty. Now it's time to light this thing up. This time I'm gonna make a little stand for my potion. I found this nice wooden bowl and I've spray painted it gold. I like that you can still see the wood grain underneath the paint. Now I'm gonna sit my potion on top and mark out where it stands. Then I'll mark out where to cut the hole, making sure that it's smaller than where the potion is gonna sit, so that it doesn't fall through. I'm gonna use a Dremel bit to saw through this bad boy. Don't forget to wear a mask and goggles. I'm also gonna give this a quick sanding to remove any sharp edges or wonky bits. And finally, I'll drill a quick hole for the cord to come through. You could also use battery-operated fairy lights, but I couldn't find any that also had this pulsing effect, so I'm gonna have to have my cable go through the base and plug in. Totally worth it though. I mean, I could rewire it so that it runs off of batteries, but really like to get back to playing FF7, so no. Let's just work with what we've got. Now it's time to attach all of our lights. These fairy lights are actually a malleable copper wire base, so I can shape them however I need to. Don't forget to feed the lights through the hole first. It'll be much harder to get a battery pack through there. And I'm just using hot glue to keep those lights attached to the sides. I also coiled the wire back and forth just to give me a little bit more freedom in where to place those LEDs. I want them to be nice and dispersed. Now that's all done, it looks like a crazy illuminated bird's nest. Now I'm cutting the base's bottom. The base's base, I'm just gonna use good old craft foam. This is actually 6mm thick craft foam, so it's a little bit sturdier. Just tracing and cutting. The sides of the bowl come up at a little bit of an angle, so I'm gonna cut my foam at an angle too, just so it fits extra snugly. And now I'm gluing on aluminum foil to help reflect all of that light. Next, I'm doing a light test just to make sure that that foil is effective. If it wasn't, I might have decided to try and use some simple craft mirrors and cloud them up a little bit. I also want to make sure that there isn't any light leaking out of the bottom. I want it all to come through the top. And now I'm just hot gluing my foam base. I'm also going to add these strips of masking tape for some extra security to make sure it really holds and doesn't leak any light. Better safe than sorry. Another nice thing about making a base like this is that I can use it for other potions too. And that's the last step, so here it is all finished. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you want to see how to make a drinkable version of this potion, you can go ahead and find my cocktail video on this channel too. Next month I'm making the Potion of Fire Breath, but if you have other ideas for potions to make, just let me know down in the comments. Until next time, I'm Hendo. Thanks for crafting with me.